The Deputy President, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, is a man who enjoys both love and hatred on equal measures across the political divide. Rigathi Gachagua is one person who will speak his mind, whether you like it or not, whether you take it or leave it, he will tell you. At some point, when he was criticized of washing their dirty linens in front of the guests who came to witness their swearing-in ceremony when they were taking oath of office at Kasarani, Rigathi Gachagua defended his move, saying that if you want to blame him for speaking the truth, then you better blame the parents who taught him nothing but to say the truth. I don't know whether you can judge him on those credentials that he always speaks the truth. Whether he speaks the truth or not is something that I don't know. But one thing I can confirm to you, that Deputy Rigathi Gachagua will speak his mind. Whether his mind is the truth or falsehood, but he will speak it. That is one thing I can assure you. At one point, he has manifested his leadership as one person who cares about the Mount Kenya electorates to become the kingpin. On the other hand, some people see him as a man who does not see himself as a national leader, that he values his people more than he values Kenyans. And as a deputy president, many people have argued that he should embrace all Kenyans equal because he is the deputy president of Kenya and not the deputy president of Mount Kenya. If there is one thing that I've always wanted him to speak, is the truth about the situation in the country and to tell the hustlers where they are, what they should expect. So recently, the deputy president finally spoke his mind, and he admitted to the hustler nation that they don't have the money, they are helpless, they are despondent, and if the hustlers want, then they can remove his attire and whip him for lying to them.
So, if you want to hang us, we are helpless. If you want to remove our trousers and whip us on the buttock, go ahead. We don't have the money.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I watched the clip, and for the first time, I was in between being sad because we were hoodwinked and being happy because we have been told the absolute truth. Kindly support this channel, click the notification bell, and like our videos. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, my videos are very opaque or blurred. It is because I lack the requisite facilities. I am really in need of a camera, and very soon I'll be coming to you, friends, in one way or the other, with any little that you'll give me, so that I can at least buy even a little camera that can improve the quality of my audio, of my visual, the audio visual facilities. But for now, kindly subscribe, click the notification bell, and like our videos. The reason why I'm saying that I was caught in between being happy and being sad is, one, like I said, I have always wanted the deputy president to come out and admit that those were campaign gimmicks. When politicians are campaigning, they hype their promises. They promise paradise. One person was telling me that they can't even deliver hell, yet they are promising paradise. When I put the Bible down after taking oath of office, the first thing I will do is to reduce the cost of living. Those are not my words, but I have echoed the words of our President William Samoei Ruto. Within 100 days, I will provide jobs. I will reduce the cost of the basic commodities. Those are not my words, but the chief hustler, President William Ruto himself, spoke those words. Today, as we speak, the cost of living has skyrocketed beyond the reach of the hustler. School fees has gone beyond the reach of the parents because the subsidy on school fees was abandoned. The cost of electricity, whether prepaid, layer token, or postpaid, has gone up so much that Kenyans are wondering in silence what they need to do because the subsidies were removed. The subsidies on fuel was removed, and now Kenyans are helpless. Our nation was treated to theatrics. At some point, I saw our deputy president going to River Chania to pray, going to Mount Kenya to pray, and he alluded to some facts that he has been reduced to a man who is begging for the nation. And instead of telling people the truth, they started this blame game, blaming the former regime for everything that is happening in the country. And I'm happy that finally they have come out to accept that indeed they hoodwinked gullible hustlers. And now they have to come to the reality and tell them the truth. There are stages when one is facing challenges. The first stage is denial. And I think we had been in this stage for so long. There are some hustlers who are still staying in denial. If you ask them why the current government cannot implement their promises, they will point their hands at Uhuru Kenyatta and they will tell you that this government inherited a dilapidated economy. Some of them are still living in denial. And then that stage of acceptance is slowly dawning on the government that they will not sustain the blame game for long. And the reason why sustaining this blame game for long will not be very easy is because some of their very allies have started criticizing either directly or indirectly. Someone like the chairman of the Third Way Alliance Party, Mr. Dr. Okuru Okot, used to praise William Ruto and the government. But right now, they have started pinpointing and criticizing the policies of this government. Ahmed Nasir, the city lawyer, will always speak indirectly to send a coded message. People are asking the policies of Mr. David D, who is the chief economic strategist in the Kenya Kwanza government. They were not in touch with the reality, but now they're in touch with the reality and they have decided that they will tell the hustlers what is happening. They are unable to achieve their promises. Whether they pretend to keep on blaming, the reality is now out. Dear hustlers, the deputy president has done the best that I expected from him. He has told us that there is no money. And he has given us an alternative. That if you feel that we have wronged you, then you can whip us. That is what he said. And I think he was borrowing from our very dear mother, Mama Ngina, who said that if you feel and you have got evidence that I have not paid any taxes, come, I will offer my pieces of property so that it can compensate. So they have decided to give you a remedy if you feel you're cheated. It is high time the hustler nation wakes up from their slumber and accept that things are not going to be rosy. There was a time for campaign, there is a time for implementation. The campaigns were meant to seduce the hustler nation to vote. After the voting, it is something else. Let me finish by saying this. I have always said that there are two people who gave William Ruto victory. Number one was the Hustler Nation, and what has the Hustler gotten? They have been given the Hustler Fund, and that was the end of their business with the hustlers. It was the Hustler Fund. The international community also helped William Ruto to get to power. To them, they have been given all their dictates, from removal of the subsidy to contracts to now whatever pending in court, the GMO. I don't know whether they are doing it secret. I don't know whether they've started importing the GMO. All that they agreed upon is being implemented. The only other person who has not been given everything was the Hustler Nation. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is my main point? My main point is this. Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has come out as honest as he can, and he has said that there is no money. In other words, this is a coded message. If you see him again trying to blame someone, the truth is there is no money. The truth is you were hoodwinked, and the truth is nothing is going to change overnight. Let us prepare for tough times ahead of us. I don't know what to think, ladies and gentlemen, but that is my take.